Notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in the choke, gun smoke.
What is going on, everybody? Hope you had a good day today. We are going to be talking about now former Chelsea manager Frank Lampard, how he got sacked, why he got sacked, and looking at Chelsea's future in the managerial area of football. Yesterday morning, early in the morning, Chelsea and the Chelsea board released a statement that their manager at the time, Frank Lampard, had just been sacked. I'm a Chelsea fan. I love Chelsea, but in my opinion, he was a very good player. He was a really good player, Chelsea legend, a Chelsea captain to Chelsea as well. But managerial-wise, I didn't really like him, and we'll get that and we'll get into that in more detail later on in this video. And then Frank Lampard later on spoke about his sacking and released a statement. This is the statement right here. Read it if you will. I'm still going to read it. Okay, so let's read the statement and I'll see what my opinion is. It has been a huge privilege and an honor to manage Chelsea, a club that has been a big part of my life for so long, he said in a statement. Firstly, I would like to thank the fans for the incredible support that I have received over the last 18 months. I hope they know what it means to me. When I took on this role, I understood the challenges that laid ahead in a difficult time for the football club. I am proud of the achievements that we made, and I am proud of the academy players that have made their step into the first team and performed so well. They are the future of the club. I am disappointed to not have had the time this season to take the club forward and bring it to the next level. I want to thank Mr. Abramovich, the board, players, my coaching team, and everyone at the club for their hard work and dedication, especially in these unpredictable and challenging times. I wish the team and the club every success for the future. So, it's no surprise that Frank does love Chelsea. I mean, he played for Chelsea for a big part of his career. He knows Chelsea. He is Chelsea. There's no doubt that he loves Chelsea. It's just that managerial-wise he wasn't the best, but he's always going to be a blue, and I think that's something that's quite obvious. But I'm just happy that he took it well, like every manager should, and we'll just have to see what happens in the future. Now, let's reflect on the signings that Lampard made this season. In total, Lampard spent about £220 million, which obviously is a lot of money. He spent the cash. He signed really good quality players. All the players that he signed were good. But unfortunately, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz are struggling to find form recently. I'll get onto that in another video. Today I'm just going to be talking about Lampard's choices as manager, tactics, and where he got us, and if he reached objectives that he wanted to reach. Apart from Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, Lampard also spent some cash on defenders and on wingers. He signed Hakim Ziyech from Ajax, who right now has been in good form. He's been getting the ball, assisting. I'm really happy with his performances. Chilwell, I think, was the best signing. We needed a left back. He's a really good left back. He's a good man for the job. And since we have such a young defense, we really needed someone to captain us, someone with experience. So he got none other than Thiago Silva, which I think is a really good signing, and I'm happy with the choices that he made. Looking into objectives-wise, last season he got us where we wanted to go. Last season we wanted a top 4 spot. We got a top 4 spot. I'm happy with that. This season I'm assuming it was the same thing. Obviously, apart from the usual win the league, which we still can do. I mean, we're not early on in the season, but you never know what happens. Right now, United are in great form, so we'll just have to see and hope for the best. Objectives-wise, I think Frank had good objectives. Let's move on to tactics. Now, Lampard usually plays, from my knowledge at least, 4-3 usually. From the games that I saw, he always tries to give the ball on the flanks and just cross it in, and I don't think that's a really good tactic for modern days. Defenders are getting stronger, and especially in the Premier League, a league that is very physical. Clubs are going to buy centre backs that are tall, they're strong, they're going to win headers, and I don't really like Frank's tactics personally. I think that his tactics also have to do with Werner's form. Werner played a couple games on the wing. Werner's not a type of player that plays on the wing. He's a striker who makes runs. I'll get into more detail in another video. But Havertz was playing in position. He started off well, just like Werner. Started off well, and things just kind of went downhill from there. And then moving on to the last point of this episode, who will be replacing Frank Lampard as Chelsea manager? There are a lot of speculations involving former PSG manager Thomas Tuchel, and there have been people saying that even Leipzig manager Julian Nagelsmann wants to join Chelsea and is in the list of potential Chelsea managers. In my opinion, I think Tuchel's a great manager. He managed PSG to a Champions League final, which was something difficult. That for PSG it was something that they struggled to do, but they managed to do it. Obviously here I think that Tuchel's going to have more players, more depth of squad, and I would really like it if Tuchel joined Chelsea. And that concludes today's episode. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Comment down your opinions in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I love all of you, and I'll see you next time.
While I take totes of the marijuana smoke, throw you in the choke, gun smoke, gun smoke.